Now, the crucial COP26 Climate Summit will start in Glasgow at the end of the month. It'll be one of the biggest ever world meetings on how to tackle global warming. Around 120 world leaders are expected to attend the crucial United Nations Summit from the 31st of October to the 12th of November.
Thousands of delegates will also arrive in Scotland, including Dr. Ye Tao from Harvard University, who's in Belfast this week taking a look at our climate. So what are the challenges ahead and the possible solutions, which of course will all be chewed over at COP26? Dr. Ye, thanks very much for speaking to us. What's at the forefront of your mind as you approach this event?
Hello. First of all, thank you for inviting me to share my view on the subject with your audience. I think COP events have been going on for like several decades, and apparently not much has happened to the rate at which we emit carbon dioxide over the course of that time. You can barely see any dent, let's say, following the 2015 Accord. So practically speaking, the original intention of mitigating the climate by cutting down greenhouse gases, that hope probably has expired. I think this late in the game, mitigating by greenhouse gases alone will probably have a very negligible impact on the course of the climate over the coming 20, 30 years. But thereafter, it would have a significant impact. So it's absolutely important to make the transition to renewables as quickly as possible.
People often talk about solutions. You say making the switch to renewables. Can we talk a little bit about the MEER reflection programme of which you are the director? Can you describe the concept to our audience and how hard will you be pushing the idea at COP26?
So the idea is very simple. So basically we're faced with a overheating problem on planet Earth. So the very quick way and the most cost-effective way to stop further heating is to slow down the rate at which heat comes in the form of sunlight, especially in regions that are already drought-stricken and have too much sunlight to deal with it. So the idea is that instead of trying to filter the entire atmosphere and the oceans, which takes decades, no, actually centuries to millennia to accomplish, we can basically put out mirrors, glass mirrors that are durable and very environmental into regions that are having too much sunlight. And thereby we can provide the location with the local cooling, will help with local agriculture and water saving. And it would also bring about a global cooling benefit because the cooling there would eventually spread out elsewhere. So in terms of a feasible solution, it also hands a very simple tool back to the hands of people and individual farmers and individual communities. So it's a way to enable essentially, in the end, a local form of democratic geoengineering and putting the power back to the people rather than corporations.
Just one final question in terms of outcomes from COP26. Confirmation today that the Russian President Vladimir Putin will not be attending. We're not expecting to see the Chinese president either. How much does their absence impact on what could or may be achieved in Glasgow?
So I believe that Russia depends very heavily, of course, currently on fossil fuel exports for their economy. So for them, it's important, that this economy continues at least for the next decade. And there's no easy way to make the fast transition based on the technical analysis either. In terms of the Chinese, I think they have made the pledge to go carbon neutral by 2060, and that country has a history of keeping to their words. So I guess it's up to the rest of the world to see whether they can actually match the rather ambitious, in my opinion, of carbon neutrality by 2060.
Okay. Dr. Tao, thank you very much.